If AI is ultimately successful, we will build the same software we're building now, just incredibly quicker. The speed to market will be faster. But we still need to achieve the same things. We still need to achieve the security, the stability, the scalability, the
Yeah.
robustness. So the why doesn't go away. You know, you know, I'd like to think with AI, I can build my software quicker, but I need to build it to the same standards, and it needs to have the same outcomes, and it needs to do the same. If AI is the outcome, sure, then it's not an industry I want to be working in. That's a waste of time. That's back to I think early in the podcast I said if software was the outcome, then we're doing something wrong. Like it's
Something
yeah.
fundamentally wrong
Yeah,
because
if
you know
laying bricks is the outcome to building a house, the house isn't going to look very good, but laying
exactly
bricks is a fundamental part of building a house.
right.
So it's the why and the context just does not change. AI just makes us make the mistakes quicker.
I love the example of laying the bricks because AI is going to lay those bricks, right? Maybe it will help you to make a good blueprint of the house, but
Yeah,
then you'll have to see at the blueprint and understand like is this correct or not. And the other thing is like if you are using AI to speed up something that is fundamentally wrong, you will fail 100x faster,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like that's the thing with, I think we're in such a confusing time where everyone is trying to find the right opinions to have about AI and maybe is afraid to say things because they feel like they're seen as stupid if they say the wrong thing. And I've lost any fear of being seen as stupid for saying the wrong thing. I'll say what I feel. AI is we're still discovering, we're still learning. But I mean, if you look at it's being used in laboratories now, we have robotic arms doing tests that humans used to do with, mixing things and checking that and it can, of course, the robot can work for 24 hours a day doing samples and humans can't. But somebody has needed to train that robot to do that. And somebody has then still needs to evaluate those results. No.
Yeah.
And over time, the AI will evaluate results as well and we'll get better at that. And we don't yet know where all this is going, but the outcome still needs to be known. I still need to know what disease am I trying to cure?
Yeah.
I mean, if
Like
I'm
I
just mixing
speak
ingredients together fast, great. But what am I trying to do with it? I mean, am I making dog food? Am I curing cancer? What am I doing? That just can't
exactly.
change. And I think, in all the topics we discussed, whether it's hiring, whether it's process, trying to go faster, the context is, I said the solution architect was the hub of the team. The context is the hub of the whole thing we're doing here.
Yeah.
It's when we started this conversation, if you hadn't given me the context, God knows where we would have ended up talking about, but we have to retain it to the context of what you wanted to achieve with the podcast.
Right.
And I do think context is a thing that gets forgotten the most in the IT industry. Context gets lost, and in the hurry, in the rush to get something done, I got to deliver that project. We've lost the context of what we're delivering. And then we've delivered the project, and then you're into a change control argument with a client because the client's like, it doesn't do what I need. Well, the spec didn't say you needed that. And we're back to and you've been in those arguments.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you wrote a post on LinkedIn this morning, kind of talking about that very topic. It's just we're fighting then. We're fighting about because the context wasn't clear.
Right.
Get the context right at the start. That's the same in the hiring conversation. It's the same in the building conversation. It's the same in the, not so much the scaling. Scaling is just more of an abstract, not an abstract, but more of a way that you morph your organization to still achieve the context at a larger scale. But in terms of the solving the communication barrier between people, it's context, context, context.